Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 968 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, joined today by Ben Funky Askren, and perhaps a triumphant return, we'll see, for our guy, Ollie a Stone. He's back for now.
What if it's a huge fail?
He was serving a 2-year timeout.
Yeah,
that he gave himself.
Yeah, probation. Sometimes we have to start acting right, and we have to be our own judge and jury sometimes.
Yeah, and he executed himself for 2 years, but now he's back. And we'll see how long before he's got an ankle monitor on. Fresh
out the bid, still on house arrest, so can't go too far unless it's to the grocery store.
Yep. He's our own junior soprano. Ben, we got a lot going on. We got Super 32 finals. They happened yesterday. U23s are happening right now. Keegan, Daniel O'Toole is in the semifinals.
Bro, but how about, forget Keegan for a minute. Let's just forget about him.
I forgot him. I don't know who he is.
I woke up, and you know what the first match I saw was? Freaking electric. 3:30 a.m.
Ooh.
The American hero, Wyatt Hendrickson, just snapping the Russian, just snapping him. That guy's tough. He lost 6'5" to Petrus Vili. Hendrickson stabbed him like a twig.
Man, he's going to be an interesting wrinkle. If you think about the senior level, if Gable never comes back, then Wyatt's a guy that could be on the team next year. He's going to be a guy contending for that spot for years to come if he sticks with it. He just keeps getting better, you know? Every year he's better than the year before.
So good.
That's what I was going to say.
He's really getting better. He's like really, really good. I mean, those scrambles in that first match against what's his name? The Russian, it's Kurbanov.
Yeah.
Dude, that was some high-level stuff.
Yeah, he's super good.
Pinner.
He's a pinner. Does he bother you as a heavyweight?
I was just going to say that was my one thing, because I know we're going to get into tiers later, and he doesn't wrestle like a true heavyweight. I like my classic collar tie, grind out some stalling calls, push outs, stuff like that. He's out here actually wrestling, so I kind of want to ding him on the heavyweight side for that, but if he's winning, I can't hold it against him.
Can't hold it against him. But style points are negative.
Is Masumi your favorite then?
Yes.
Yeah, he does nothing but push. Just push.
Just push. That's all I want is solid hand fighting, good positioning, and push forward.
Yeah, 17-9 over an individual neutral athlete.
Dude, it was such a fun match. Man, yeah, and he actually I think he got screwed. There was and it was he was winning 5-4. And I thought he hit what was a pretty clear 4-point chest wrap. He changed direction. He stopped him a little bit. And they gave the other guy 4 and him only 2. But it was weird. I don't know. Go watch it. See what you guys think for your own scoring sequence there. I would have scored it way differently because I think he took him over again once they hit the ground. Yeah, it should have been a lot of points for him.
Where is this tournament? Was it some home cooking?
Well, it's not in Russia; it's in Albania. So I don't know.
They could have some hands reaching out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was the one, and the first call in Keegan's was it his second match. They're doing the call over thing with the referees a lot. I don't know if you noticed that, where they call them all together, and then in this case they put the camera on them. And it felt like they had called one for red, and that's what it appeared to be. I didn't see a replay. And then the referee was like, no, we're going one blue, which was the other guy. And that was kind of like, wait, what's going on here?
Why I don't care for that is because I feel like that's their way for the match chairman to completely usurp the three-man mechanics and just be like, hey, so this happened. I mean, I've seen it many times where like the match chairman tells them what it's going to be, go sit down, and they hold up their thing. And the match chairman usually doesn't even have to rule. Yeah. It's just like, these are the points. Which there are times where our conferences help. I like the conference for what exactly did you score? Because like sometimes it's like 2, 2, 2, like what is it?
It's a crazy sequence.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
There are times.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Aaron Brooks is smashing. Keegan looks great, and Henderson looks great. So I'm feeling pretty confident in those semifinals. I think the semifinals for Brooks, I would say, is likely his toughest. It's an individual neutral athlete. who looks to be pretty good. Do you know anything about him? Because I'm
No.
not super familiar with these foreign guys. Besides
No,
the
I
fact that
don't.
I think he looks pretty good.
No, sir.
He's got nothing for Aaron. That's what I say.
Yeah, dude, Aaron looks so big.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
He's a lot bigger than even like Final X in the Open. So he's going to fill out to 197. No problem. Okay. You want to talk Super 32?
Super 32.
Sure. I thought since the Worlds happened this morning, it was relevant. And we got the semifinals live on FloWrestling.
Indeed.
At 11 a.m.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, let's go Super 32.
Okay, and we can bounce back to U23 stuff.
Bounce around, bounce back and forth.
There are no rules here. It's a
we make the rules.
We make the rules.
Yes.
And for right now, this is an Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah.
No rules.
No rules.
Why don't we, Ben? Who stood out to you? There were some standout performances.
Yeah, Bassett obviously looked great.
Yes.
And that would probably be one. Knox was really dominating. That would probably be two. Those are probably the two biggest ones. I mean, there's this one guy, Joe Antonio, who I never really heard of him. And he made the finals and put Lockett into overtime, which I thought was really impressive. Those would probably be, I guess, the biggest three.
That match, we'll get to it.
Okay.
But yes, I completely agreed about Bo. That was a really good weight. Ben Davino ends up losing to Vega. I mean, it kind of looked like Davino's going to get this. He kind of got his takedown early and was just kind of relaxed. I don't know if he was relaxing, but he wasn't
too patient. Way too patient.
He wasn't pushing to score.
Yeah.
And then Antonio got one shot and got in really deep and was able to finish. And
Sergio Vega.
Vega got in deep. This name's highlighted. Ben highlighted the name as a distraction.
My bad.
Look at that.
It was just I just
Get out of the dock.
Oh wow.
Keep going.
Wow. I see how he's doing. But no, so Vega ends up getting that takedown and taking out Davino. Bassett really, I mean, the score is sort of misleading in the Bassett-Larkin thing because he was up 9-0 going into the third. Yeah. And he did give up two takedowns.
Larkin got two takedowns in the third and was, relatively close on the third one, which, the 3-point takedown is interesting because obviously, one thing it makes you feel like, without saying whether good or bad, one thing it makes you feel like is when you looked at a previous match and you saw 7-0, you thought, oh, this is a blowout. But no, it's actually, they got one takedown, an escape, and a takedown, and that's 7-0.
Yeah.
And so then on the other side, well, then obviously the other guy can come baback easier, right? Because they can get an escape, and then they get a takedown, and they're within a takedown.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing. Because our brains are not adjusted to it, it makes matches feel wider apart when they're not really, because the point values are high. And does that make sense?
Yeah, we were actually just saying that before we started talking here, and I was like, some of those 11-0 matches in the finals, I mean, 11-0 is still a pretty big win, but when you watch that match, what you picture when you hear 11-0 is a lot different than when you end up seeing that match. So it's going to take some adjustment with that 3-point takedown.
Got a Quad Mania says 144 match was impressive. Chat, did they talk about yet? We have not. We've not talked about Melvin Miller yet, the freshman Super 32 champion who took out Cam Catrabone. One takedown match.
Ooh, I don't like seeing that.
Why? Is Williamsville on Long Island?
Cam Catrabone, New York stand-up. I claim the whole state. I'm proud of everybody.
I think he's from like Buffalo area, right?
It doesn't matter. New York's New York.
Yeah.
Hey, one more thought on the 3-point takedown. It is a simple thought, which I don't think we're going to argue with all that much. And if you want to talk about other parts of it, we can later. It is right by Buffalo. Ollie, I was right.
Look at you. You know geography.
Major.
I think the thing the 3-point takedown has made people feel like the most is, thank God this match is over. And I think that makes it feel like a tech fall in folk style is so many freaking points. It's so hard to get to, Yeah. And the 3-point takedown has gotten us there much faster. And I think a lot of people are like, that should be a tech. By the time you've taken someone down 6 or 7 times more than they've taken you down, I don't know, the match should probably be over at that point.
It's closer to freestyle too in that way, and that 10 points. It's still easier to get a freestyle tech than a folk style tech, but it is closer.
And a lot like how that feeling in freestyle, there's not a lot of safe leads, and that's kind of a similar situation.
Yeah, so that's good. And so we could have done that by increasing the takedown point value, but we could also went to tech falls are 10 points and majors are 6 points, and I think you would have created the same type of thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like the 3-point takedown. A lot of the people that didn't like it, there was talk about devaluing mat wrestling. I saw a lot of mat wrestling, a lot of turns. I think they're still incredibly important. A big part of Bo Bassett's run was how well he was able to turn guys.
Nasty with that bar.
The one thing that and I'll provide 2 examples that the McCourt guys do really well is transition wrestling. So like Bassett in the match against Larkin, he got the takedown, and you could tell Larkin relaxed for a second.
Yep.
And Bassett was able to hook up a Turk, right? And then that was 3 points plus, a whole bunch of time off the clock. And then McComas versus Forrest. Forrest's only takedown was he gets that escape in the 3rd period, and then like McComas relaxes and kind of comes up, and then boom, he fires in and gets his legs. So I think that's a place where they excel, and it's two instances where it really helped them.
Yeah, and honestly, now that you mention it, Bo had a really similar takedown like that, either against Adrian Meza. It was against Adrian Meza in his quarter. Like the guy just relaxed and he fired in like at the perfect. It was like a transition from an escape. I'm almost positive. Yes. And Bo fired in right at that moment as Meza escaped. Whereas there's always that sort of unspoken agreement that we're going to take.
Break.
This is a big heavyweight thing. There's unspoken agreements. You don't violate them. Well, these are the unwritten rules of wrestling. And Bo Bassett just broke one because you're supposed to give a guy a couple seconds.
No, you are, and I would say that was kind of one of my best techniques as a heavyweight wrestler is in the beginning taking those obligatory breaks. Yes, we both know, and then you catch them slipping a little bit.
Yeah.
So I would break those rules sometimes. Sorry, guys.
So I think that's a really good point from Ben because I hadn't really thought about it, and now I'm remembering watching that, and you're like, oh yeah, you're right.
Without that turn on Larkin, Christian, that match in the 3rd period gets pretty tight because if he doesn't get that turn, that last takedown for Larkin would have won the match.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's really, really vital to keep wrestling on those.
Yeah, great. Just a great overall tournament. 132 seems pretty obviously the weight for Bo. After his 138 performance at Who's Number 1, he's been down lighter weights, 132. He looks great there. One thing I was going to say about Jax is this was the most subdued Jax Forrest you really see. He's just in all these, freewheeling back and forth kind of exchanges, and he's just like, I thought his attacks were really more limited, especially in this final.
Yeah.
Than I'm used to seeing.
Hey, speaking of freewheeling and wild, where were the Rainey brothers?
I don't know.
Because I thought they were. I swear I heard they were going. So I wonder if there's an injury or something. But then, how would both of them get injured?
I don't know. Maybe
they're that close. They're that close.
Yeah.
When one's hurt, the other one feels it.
Yeah, it's that twin bond.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. One thing we haven't talked about yet is the fact that Anthony Knox committed to Cornell on the freaking mat.
Which was pretty cool the way they did it.
Yeah. As Bray said on the call, always a flair for the dramatic. And, man, a huge get for Cornell. They were the first call that Knox received, if you watched our video. And I think ultimately it came down to them and Rutgers, I think. But Cornell wins out.
He struck me as a Rutgers guy, Christian.
Well, I think that was a thing for sure. I mean, Jersey and staying close to home and what they have going on there. I think there was a lot appealing about that, but at the end of the day, Cornell.
It's hard to say no to Cornell.
Cornell's got a lot going on.
Yeah, it's got a lot going for it.
I mean, you can just look at what just Vito did, and you're like, yeah, you could train with that guy. Mm-hmm. Like, Vito's not going anywhere. He's going to be around.
Little Ivy League degree, that could help.
For sure. Yeah. So I think that's a great get for Cornell, obviously, and one of the big pieces off the board.
How and when do we see him
kind of
fitting
smashed
into that lineup?
Also this whole weekend?
Okay, Ollie, what were you saying?
How and when do we see Knox fitting into that lineup?
I don't know if he'll go right away or not. They have a good 20. Is he a 25 for how long is the question? Is he going to be a 33? Like, making 120 at Super 32 is not like full season 120 all year long. Very different weigh-in structure. So I imagine we won't see him at a 20 ton this year. He looks like he has a frame to be a 33. I don't know. It'll depend. What's their? I'm blanking on their 25. He's good on top.
Unger right now.
Oh, Brett Unger.
Jack Force beat him.
Yeah. So, like, if Unger goes up, he could slide in at 25, 33. If Unger stays down, he can go 33. I think there's going to be flexibility. Are they going to use the gap year? I'm curious. But he'll find his way into the lineup.
Greg D still wrestling. He's just not being super effective.
He's still on the team, but I don't think he can beat Brett.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who else they have. We'll get to the roster, and I don't know that there's anyone else they can throw in there 25. Yeah, I feel like Knox is. I feel like he's a long-term 25. I don't feel like he's that big, and maybe he just wasn't cutting a ton of weight. You know, he could also have done that and not cut a lot of weight for Super 32, even though a ton of people do cut a lot of weight.
Yeah, I think the cut was, I don't know factually, but I think he's pretty big for 20. Joe Bachman is a name I didn't really know, and now
you do?
I certainly do. He's really, really, really good. Did you get to watch him, Ben?
Well, I didn't know his name until, but he was on he's a Puerto Rican, probably the first Puerto Rican Super 32 champ. People would tell me how good he was at Worlds. He was wrestled for Ollie. The joke is he wrestled for Puerto Rico at the U23 Worlds.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe he got a bronze medal. And so, yeah, I was pretty impressed with him there. Really tough. I did not know him prior to that, but I was impressed with him. So I guess coming this weekend, when I looked at this field, I thought there was a good chance he'd win. But, yeah, he was really dominant in the final. You had America's rep, Ignacio. He must have had an injury because you don't have to make weight the second day. So he must have had an injury in the quarters, and he did not wrestle in the semis or any of the wrestlebacks. That would have been a good match to see there also.
Okay. Aiden Sinclair takes out Rune Lawrence.
Wait, what happened? You don't know? I want you to answer all my questions.
I don't know. I watched the finals.
What happened to this man?
Ben needs answers.
I don't know the injury situation for wrestlers.
We don't like to speculate on this show.
You are a resource right now.
No, I'm not.
Need you.
No.
You're the one with the insiders at the tournament.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
You're the one with the insiders at the tournament. You should know.
We didn't have a lot of people there. We only had a few wrestlers. We didn't really send a big crew this weekend. Aiden Sinclair, he really wanted to go win, and so he went and won.
He did. I really like Rune Lawrence. I think he's going to be really tough.
That was a good match.
Aiden got him with the classic arm drag. He's really good with that position.
And was very patient from that position, rear standing, and then let him go ahead and roll through, stayed in good position, boom, covered, and got the takedown. I was very impressed by his composure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was frustrated with Rune Lawrence is really good, but his earlier matches, I thought he was just too patient. And actually, he was a huge beneficiary of the three-point takedown because in the semi, he got the takedown, and then the other guy, I don't recall his name, got a reversal. And so the reversals are no longer worth the same value as the takedown, and so he won 5-4 based upon that.
Yeah. It does change that.
I'm a big fan of Aiden Sinclair's hair.
I'm glad to get him to shave it.
I'm just glad he cut it from U17 Worlds.
I'm a big fan of his hair. He got a nice little.
Shave it.
I feel like his name should be Buzz. You know what I mean? Kind of gives me like a '90s movie bully vibe to it. But I like it. I like it. A lot of volume. Great volume in his hair.
Yeah, he's got. He has a little brother. He calls Pipsqueak or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think he actually has a little brother.
You don't know? Ben doesn't know.
No, I said he doesn't. I said he does not. He does not.
We'll never know is the crazy part.
There's no way to know for sure.
That's the frustrating part about this.
I think he should shave his head, though.
No, disagree.
Yeah.
Disagree. It's a part of his...
I don't like you complimenting his hair. I'm team shave his head.
No.
No.
Staunchly against shaving his hair.
Can we talk about the irony of Ben Askren asking an athlete to shave their hair?
Yes.
I don't know.
This guy is picking it out before the finals.
Yes.
That was great.
That was great
hair right there. That was great hair.
But Aiden, no?
I don't know what happened last week, but some of these kids in my club got this idea in their head, and like 5 of them shaved their head after practice, and but they couldn't talk Aiden into it.
Good. He's holding strong then.
Yeah.
Do not succumb to the peer pressure. Keep the hair. Ollie says keep it.
He's his own man. We like that.
You guys are funny.
Okay, I guess we just mentioned Melvin Miller, Super 32 champ.
Hey, I sent you a message about Melvin Miller, and you listen. You're not being very resourceful for me, Christian.
I don't know the parentage and the brother and I don't know.
The lineage, you're not up on the lineage?
No.
Well, it was a Penn State wrestling account and said Melvin Miller is the brother of Eric and Mason Gibson, which I had never heard before. And I don't know if it's true because I don't want to trust everything I read on Twitter. So I'm saying, can my resource, Christian Piles, give me the real information?
No. I don't know if they're brothers.
There's no way to know for sure.
And that's the crazy
It's
part.
another brother situation.
Yeah.
He's good, though. He's really good.
Yeah. I thought, honestly, I was watching it, and I didn't know what Cam was doing with the underhook. Like, it was jacked up, and Cam just started reaching even higher and just, like, let it get thrown by. He just didn't have the urgency when Melvin clearly wanted to be in that position. I don't know if he just didn't respect or maybe didn't think he was going to attack there, but he paid for it. D. Lockett wins, I think, his second Super 32 title now. He got so tired.
Mm-hmm. Tie.
It looked
Antonio,
like,
I think he did one of those things where he had a relatively good third period, and then he got too excited and just shot right off the whistle, kind of without a good setup, and got ran behind.
Yeah, and honestly, the way that match is, I mean, they're high schoolers, right? But D was evading the entire third period. Yes. He took an egregious long timeout, just so bad. And you're like, if you're Antonio, you're thinking more, not like, you're probably thinking going for the kill.
Yeah.
But the reality is like kind of probably more the same makes more sense. Yeah. But D got in deep on that single and was able to finish. It was good execution there late.
Antonio had some heavyweight style wrestling, which is staying in good position, really frustrating him, good hand fighting, tiring him out. So I loved what I saw from him.
Yeah.
And he's from Long Beach, a different Long Beach, but Long Beach stand up.
Have you been to that Long Beach?
I've been to that Long Beach. Beautiful sunny skies in Long Beach, California.
No. It's not nice. Long Beach is not that nice.
Beautiful place.
It was described to me as the quote worst beach in California.
Well, you know,
really?
that's not. I remember one time I was the skinniest kid at Fat Camp, and that is still a win. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So being the worst beach at California, you're still a pretty good beach.
You're still a beach in California.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
So let me ask you this question, Ollie. Is the worst beach in California better than the best beach in New York?
No. The best beach in New York is Long Beach, and it's one of the best beaches in the world. You guys are going to think I'm lying when I say this, but you will not find a softer sand than Long Beach sand.
I'm not buying that.
You come down to Long Beach with me. I've been trying to get you to come to Long Beach since I was in 10th grade, message you on Facebook to come do that clinic, and then you overpriced me trying to jack up the prices. But then... You come down to Long Beach, I'll show you a good time. Yes, it really did. Yes, I swear. You didn't really jack up the prices. You were.
Why was a 10th grader negotiating camp prices? Why wasn't the coach? Did I think you were the coach or something?
No, you knew who I was because I also asked you like, hey, how do I get to the next level? And you told me hard work and good practice partners, and I followed that.
Good, yeah.
And but yeah, I mean, it was because I was a young go-getter. You know what I'm saying? So I don't sit around and wait for things to happen. I go out and make it happen. But I didn't make it happen because you didn't come. So I tried.
Yeah. Good effort.
Is it? Here's my theory: is that he wants Wisconsin to be the best wrestling state, right? Mm-hmm. Does he see Long Island as a threat to Wisconsin's throne?
100%. Well, I'm starting a movement to make Long Island its own state.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm really starting it, but I'm going to claim it. So once that happens, best wrestling state, hands down, I believe.
I feel like we need to lose a state then, because I love being at 50.
Okay. 50 is a nice number. Well, maybe we take one away.
No.
We take one away.
West Virginia and Virginia meld. And become Virginia again.
Yes. Or maybe the Dakotas. We can merge some states.
People together.
Yeah. The Dakotas may be simpler.
Maybe simpler. How would you feel being a Virginia person getting merged?
It's fine. It's us.
You're good with the merger.
Yeah.
You're good.
You know,
Listen, would Bracky be good with the merger?
He would learn to love it.
Okay.
He would learn to love it.
I think so. You guys got along well.
We get along great.
Yeah, and look at that.
Look at us.
You could lead the fight. Look at us.
My granddad was from West Virginia. He was a coal miner, so it's in the blood.
Yeah.
You got coal mining in your lineage, Christian?
Yeah, dog.
Big lineage episode.
All right.
How?
Didn't know you were that scrappy.
I mean, I wasn't. I didn't do it.
He was the canary in the coal mine.
Yeah. I didn't do it. Okay. Do we want to get to tiers, or do we want to do some questions? Any other Super 32
thoughts? Are we allowed to do tiers
thoughts?
without JD here?
Legally, yes.
Legally, yes.
Ethically, gray area.
We don't follow ethics here. One thing. Go ahead.
We did 184.
Yeah, I know. It's just in there still.
I'm deleting it.
Okay.
Delete it. I would like to say shout out to the heavyweights at Super 32. They wrestled like real heavyweights. They almost got a little out of it. Sahaki and then Herrera, they had a big scramble in that first period, and then they got a little heavyweight tie, and then kept it real basic 2-1 after that. So I was happy to see that.
Herrera, is he really from Iowa? I don't remember. Is this one of the guys that moved in because maybe he's going to Iowa State next year? Because I don't recall this guy being from Iowa.
Always be just like asking us these
questions.
Like just because you have a question.
Yeah, just because you have a feeling. Just because you have a random feeling.
Guru, Christian. You gotta know.
No, I'm not. And you keep saying stuff like that. I don't know where all the high schools run. I don't know who their parents are. I don't know these people.
Them. You don't
Give it a Google.
Yes, this guy was from California. I knew this.
There you go. We knew it too. We knew it the whole time.
Yeah.
We just wanted you to find out for yourself.
Daniel Herrera wrestled for California at the Junior Duels.
Okay.
A little transfer.
And now apparently he's from Ames, Iowa.
Everyone's excited to learn this.
They are?
No.
Yes, they are. Of course they are.
No one cares.
Don't. Oh, you stop. You shut your mouth.
I won't. I have to get off this because I don't know.
He must be going to Iowa State then. What do you think?
That sounds like.
It sounds like an assumption.
A good context clue. All right.
All right. Tiers 197.
Tiers 197. Or we could just do questions if you don't want to do them without JD. Because I feel pretty certain.
I don't know if there's enough good questions today.
Oh, we'll get it.
Okay.
Let's see what we can do.
Let's go
Maybe the chat. Maybe the chat can contribute for once.
Yeah, shout out the chat.
These guys just run in there and they just yak. It's time for them to do their part.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop in
carry their weight a little bit.
Let's see what they're doing.
I need you to police Facebook and YouTube chat.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do one at a time.
All right, here's a question. Okay. Better freshman debut, Cade Brock pinning Cody Brewer in the first period at Bedlam, or Zane Rutherford over Logan Stieber in overtime? I will say this. One, Zane over Stieber was not Zane's debut. It was his 11th match. He had already had his redshirt pull for several duels. Cade Brock, I don't know. I think it was not only his first match. I'm pretty sure it was his first match. His first match as varsity for sure. So his red shirt gets pulled for the national champ. He comes out and pins him.
That was wild.
It was so, to me, it was like the most crazy debut I think I can ever remember. So the best debut, I'll say, was Cade Brock. But as far as like balancing beating two-time champ Logan Stieber versus Cade Brock pinning the returning champ, I don't know. I can't call it. What do you think, Ben?
Well, I'm trying. I just Googled Cade Brock, and it does appear he wrestled in 3 open tournaments prior to that. And his first dual meet is against Cody Brewer. So yes, I think that was when his redshirt got pulled. And I forgot. It was so sad. He got hurt like just a tiny bit later than that.
Against Nashon.
And then didn't wrestle the rest of that year. That's pretty electric. I mean, obviously beating Logan, that was when Logan was going for 4, if I remember correctly.
2. He'd won 2. Going for 3.
So that was his 3rd one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say Zane over Logan because Logan was, already 2 titles that year. I think that was one of those years, if I remember correctly, When it was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have all these undefeated dudes. Who's gonna win the Hodge? And then I think Ramos lost to like Shop or something like that. And then Stieber lost, and I think like almost everyone really good ended up losing like kind of early in the season.
Yes, it was.
Is that the year?
Maple lost, Tony Nelson lost. There was like a revolving door of 197 lose. Taylor Meeks was randomly number 1 to start the year, and then that was a revolving door for a while because you had Jaden was in the mix, Kyvan Gadsden, you had Nick Heflin, bunch of Scott Schiller, I think, had some time at number 1.
Yep.
Scott Schiller, I think, was number 1 after. So it was Meeks versus Schiller in the All-Star, and Schiller beat Meeks, and I think went to number 1 after that, if I'm remembering correctly. So yeah, it was all kinds of ups and downs, and David ended up winning the Hodge that year.
Mm-hmm. Solid pick.
Solid
pick.
Yeah, he's all right.
You could do worse.
He's all right. Okay, so that was a good debut for sure. If Forrest, Knox, and Bassett were all 25-pounders in the NCAA this year, do you think 2 of them could AA? Let's start. Could any of them AA?
I kind of want to say yes. Let me go. I
want to lean yes too.
125 is the weight to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let's see. Where's the college rank? Dang, I feel like you should. Can you guys pin your college rankings to the top? Like, I think the most viewed rankings.
Hey, how about a bookmark?
Open the homepage. Look to the left. It says college rankings.
Can you go to the department at Flow, which writes the code, and tell them the code so that the college rankings are pinned to the top?
Is your earpiece on? I just told you how to do that. It's
right on. When you go to the rankings,
you're not being coachable, Ben.
And then
it is the rankings. No, you're not listening.
No, I click on the rankings tab. I'm looking at the rankings tab right now.
Don't do that.
Well, don't do that.
Why? Well, why not? That seems like the obvious place to look when it says rankings. All right, guys. Brett Unger's number 7. Jax Forrest beat him. So if we put, here's the other thing though. If we put all 3 of them in here, then that adds some depth to it. Are they not bumping out any current starters? So are they just added to the field?
Yes.
Yes. I'll say no. I'll say no, but I think it's possible that any of them All-American, but 2 of the 3, I'm gonna go with no.
Yeah, 2 is a lot. I mean, even look at like Patrick McKee's ranked 10th. Yeah. Right? He gets on top of one of those guys, like it could be a big problem. And that's the 10th ranked guy.
Christian, who beat both of them at the UW? You got to know the answer. It's I'm blanking on his
Blaze?
name. At UWWs.
Blaze?
No, not Blaze. No, that's cadets. No, juniors. It's the kid who went to Oklahoma State. Spratley.
Oh yeah.
Spratley, and so Spratley's not even. Where's Spratley at? He's not even.
I don't know if he's in there.
I don't think he's rankable.
Yeah. Why is he not in the rankings?
Look at his year.
Was that bad?
No, I mean, who'd he beat that would get him ranked?
You got to do pretty good to get in the rankings.
Yeah.
He was 8-2. He had lost.
Thanks for the obvious, Ollie.
Yeah, he didn't beat. He did beat Adrian Mesa.
Nico Provo, and he lost to.
He beat Tanner Jordan. It was maybe his only rankable thing, but it's not a.
Brown, Tanner Jordan. Yeah, I suppose so, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. So
well, what would
maybe
you?
They don't then, because Troy Spratley beat. I believe he beat both of them at the UW juniors, right?
Both of who?
He beat Forrest and Bassett.
Okay, yeah.
So, let me go check, because I don't want to say incorrect facts here. So I'm gonna get my bracket up here and make sure.
You check, and then I have a question. So we're looking at this right now. We got Steve-O Poulin ranked number 6. Which of those 3 guys would you pick to beat Steve-O Poulin, who's a solid litmus test, I think, right here, in a match today if we were to get it going?
I think that's a great matchup for all 3 of them, honestly.
See? I should be a matchmaker.
Yeah, Jax, Bo, I don't know. could see all three of them being.
You could see it, right?
Absolutely.
There's a world where you could see it. So I mean, 2 out of 3 doesn't seem that crazy. But I think there's a giant difference in getting through an NCAA gauntlet than just like cherry picking one name against them on who they could beat.
Yes.
But still, when you bring that up that way, it kind of puts it into context, and it's more likely than we may have thought.
Yeah.
All right. So hey, I was correct here. So Spratley beat Bassett 8-5 in the semis, and he beat Forrest 12-7 in the finals. And then Spratley would lose 2 in a row to Luke Lilladall in the finals.
How about this? I mean, freestyle is worth mentioning, but I feel like you can't put that much stock in it. I feel like Spratley's freestyle results have been way better than his folk style results, and at that point you have to say, okay, well, grain of salt a little bit here until you start seeing it on both, because those guys win at freestyle and the folk style level, albeit in high school. And I guess what I would say more than anything is like Bo Knox and Jax have some elite stuff that is folk style. They're not just folk style specialists. They're really good internationally, but they have some high level skills. Yeah, they're good on top, right? And they can counter scramble well, folk style. So
hey, I got another question for you, Christian. I got so many questions.
I don't want you to ask any more, unless it's an opinion. I'm not a fact finder.
The Riddler
if you
over
have
here.
an opinion question, ask me that. Don't ask me the heritage or who moved where. I don't know.
Yeah, what the mother's made it is.
And no one cares about this more than anything. Half
Christian,
these questions.
You're being very hateful this morning.
I am. I'm angry.
Very hateful.
You know what happened? You know what put me in a bad mood?
Let's hear it.
I can't let this go. I almost told you the story before the.
What happened? Why are you in a bad mood?
My vibes off. I'm
Grumpy
thinking.
Christian this morning.
This happened to me, and I have not stopped thinking about it. I was at the airport yesterday, and JMZ can confirm this story.
Okay, all right.
I was getting breakfast.
What'd you get?
Wait,
nice
hold on. You're mad about something that happened yesterday morning in the airport.
Let me tell
Let him get through it, Ben. People have to.
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
If you were there, you'd be mad too. So there's
let
this
it go.
loudmouth idiot at the bar just running his mouth, and I'm like, all right, this guy's an idiot. Whatever. So I'm eating my breakfast and I leave. And I go to the gate, and then my buddy, coincidentally, Michael, is just there sitting there. So I'm sitting talking to this guy, and I see that idiot. He's riding up and down on a skateboard, and I'm like,
Is he hammered because he was at the bar in the morning?
He was drunk for sure. And I'm like,
breakfast time drunk, huh?
oh yeah.
Well, it's in an airport.
That's
No rules in the
hardcore.
airport.
That's
there are no rules.
No rules in the airport.
So
Except no skateboarding.
So I'm watching this dude skateboard up and down, and I'm like, this guy is just a special kind of idiot. And then I look up, and 10 minutes later, I hear a crack, ooh, and a bunch of people start freaking out. This dude ran over an old lady on the skateboard.
No, stop.
Straight up hurt this old woman because this idiot is on a skateboard. And I was like,
wait, did like the ambulance come or did like some paramedics
and
come?
let me get to the part two. Because does anyone work at this place? You got this moron skateboarding.
What airport are you at?
Dulles.
Tell me that.
Skateboarding
Dulles.
up and down the thing. Dude, you not think, hey, this is probably not a great idea.
Not a good idea.
This is not that safe.
Probably
you don't
dangerous.
You don't need a skateboard
Certainly not.
in the airport. It's not necessary.
They have moving sidewalks.
He wasn't rushing to make his gate. Not that that would be an excuse anyway. But regardless, we're a level of security, because it's not like he's just skateboarding one area. He's doing an entire thing. This long gate, whatever you call it. B. He's going up and down it. So, is there anyone here? No. It takes like 20 minutes for some, like...
She's just laying there? No trainer?
No,
medic?
People helped. They brought her up. There was a lady that I think was a nurse. They got her some ice. So, like, it was just people, like customers helping. It wasn't anyone with the airport. It took like 20 minutes to get to this lady. And then they...
What'd they do with him?
That's my question, because we were getting on the plane as they were like... We were like describing him and saying where he went, and they went and...
He ran?
Oh, yeah.
Hit and run?
Wait, what?
It was a hit and run?
So this guy...
He got out of there?
He fled the scene.
I
quick.
might do the same thing if I'm
No,
being honest. But I would never...
Christian, you should have been a great American hero and freaking took him down, put him in a chicken wing, and held him until security got there.
I had thoughts, Ben. I had thoughts. I was like, man, it would probably feel great to beat this guy.
And you had backup.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I would have held him down.
Hero.
You assault an old lady, you deserve to get held down on the floor at the airport.
Vehicular assault, that is. Vehicular assault.
He should absolutely be charged with a crime for
this. Yes.
Absolutely.
And it's in an airport, federal crime.
Federal. We're going federal.
Yeah, we're going federal.
And it's an old person. Hate crime too. Federal.
Yes.
Hate crime.
We're throwing the book at this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some people just too dumb to travel. You just lost your travel privileges.
Now, if I were to be his lawyer, if I were to be the man's lawyer, I would say, do we need skate parks and bike lanes and stuff at airports?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. He's trying to get around. It's a mode of transportation. There's no clear lane for skateboarders to go in the airport, which I think we should maybe open the book and discuss.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think it's a good thing
I can't believe you guys let this guy get away.
Well, I mean,
that's why he's so grumpy.
I thought you said JMZ was there.
He was there.
He was there.
He's supposed to be a great American hero, and he let this vigilante, or he needed to be a vigilante and go get this fugitive.
He didn't. Okay.
He's off the job.
He didn't realize at the time. I think he thought that the dude just wiped out. And he didn't realize till late that like an old lady was harmed. So yeah, he gets up. He's like, "Are you okay?" And then boom, he was like gone.
Oh.
He went all the way down to the end. I figured he'd be hiding in the bathroom.
He did the John Jones.
See, you're getting to the root of my anger. It's like, man, what should I have really done there?
That's what's going on here.
Because
me, angry at
in
him.
my mind, I like to get involved in things.
Yes.
I am not a person to sit back in these situations. Not that I'm like gonna go beat someone up.
No, but you don't sit back and let injustice happen.
No, I think I was maybe I was just so shocked that it had happened, and just so maybe just assuming like this dude's gonna. Yeah.
See, Ben, this is why we do this now. He shared, and now we got to the bottom of what's really bothering him.
Hey.
And you're not really mad at Skateboard Man. You're not really mad at Ben's questions. You're mad at yourself.
I am mad at
You're mad at yourself for letting that happen.
Hold on. I'm definitely mad at Skateboard Man.
No, maybe
Skateboard Man deserves somebody mad at him. For sure.
Yeah.
Maybe a little.
Say what you want, Ben. That guy's bad news.
Who, the skateboard guy?
Yeah.
Well, of course he is.
Yeah.
I bet he was wearing an Askren Wrestling Academy sweatshirt or something.
He was wearing a Kansas City Chiefs visor.
Visor? Was it flipped upside down?
Visor? These Kansas City people, they're no good. They're not a bunch of Taylor Swift fans following the Chiefs for no good reason.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of seeing Taylor Swift on my football.
Yeah, honestly, it took this happening for me to realize how big of a star she is.
Yeah, and I have a lot of Taylor Swift hot takes, and I don't know if I'm ready to expose them to the public yet. I don't know if I need Swifties coming after me.
Today was about me sharing.
Yes, it was about maybe next time me share. Maybe I share next time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ben, your question.
Okay, so here's my question. Christian, you guys said in effing August, Flow Arena will not be running anymore, and it'll only be track. Listen, I'm still going to Flow Arena to look at the Worlds today. It's still running. What's going on?
You did say
I knew it was
Should we just move on?
Well, I'm not even going to. I'm pretending I didn't hear it.
Yep.
No, explain to me why Flow Arena is still running. You told me it was done in August.
Okay. Next question.
I will come to Austin.
You won't.
I will come face to face with you like you wouldn't do to the skateboard man.
Hey,
I will walk up to you and say, why is Flow Arena still running? Because you won't answer me over the
track record of doing nothing to
You do that, and I know, if you're going to try to physically intimidate me, I know how to beat you up. Wow. I've already revealed my strategy.
I got assaulted. Look at this. See this on my lip right here?
Who did that? Was that Ozzy?
No. This man, Dimitri Johnson, he assaulted me this weekend. He came up and tried to choke me from behind when I wasn't looking. I got my chin down. He can't choke me.
Red alert.
It's quick. It's quick like that. But he didn't cut his fingernails, so his fingernail jabbed me in the lip, and I started bleeding at the wrestling tournament because I got assaulted.
Where were the refs checking nails before?
Yeah.
He wasn't a wrestler. He's an adult. He's a dad.
I think
everybody should get checked. Skin checked.
This Dimitri Johnson guy. He's no good. He assaulted me.
I'm all for assaulting Ben when he's not seeing it coming.
Man. Okay.
All right, Christian. So answer my damn question.
Zane Rutherford said on a podcast he might be going 65 kilograms. I would just like a personal apology from Piles because I called it a few weeks ago. Piles told me I was wrong. Well, you're not right yet.
I want an apology from Piles because he's ignoring me right now.
He said the word might leaves.
Might, yeah.
Yeah, he might.
There's no apology
What they could
yet.
also say, when you say might, you're also saying might not.
Yes, that's a crucial part of the word.
I think he's going up. You think he's not. And one of us will be right, one of us will be wrong. But no apologies are coming at this time.
Man,
Ashby
he's going to be
Diaz,
hurting if he goes down. He's going to not feel good.
He's not going to feel good.
Will you apologize if he is right?
There's no way
I don't think so.
There's no way I'll remember.
Yeah.
Ashby, you could bring it up. Maybe I'll remember. I'm also trying to recall how definitive I was. Was I just...
If I know you, you're pretty definitive.
I doubt I would speak in absolutes about something like this until he decides it. In fact, I'm sure I would leave myself an out there. So,
some wiggle room.
Yeah. Okay, here's a good question from the Texas note. You spoke the other day about cutting weight being bad and you should typically go up a weight class. Some high school wrestlers take this to mean they should not lose any weight. What is the ideal body fat percentage to perform at a high level?
A lot.
You need a high fat.
That's how I rolled back in my day.
15 plus.
Worked great for me. Third in Nassau County. I
Yeah.
think that's big news. Big deal.
Okay. I would say, don't you just look at dudes that you kind of know where they should be? Like, you need to lose some weight. Like, and when you've been coaching an athlete for a long time, you should be able to have those discussions with them.
I see that point, but I think this is more for the people that you can't see it that easily, and they're wondering what is the correct amount of weight to be cutting.
Well, I think, here's my thought. Everyone knows what you weigh when you're training, but also like eating whatever you want and whatever, like just eating crazy, okay? Whatever that weight is, if you're like me, if I'm like 159 and I'm eating whatever I want, I feel like I could very reasonably get down to like 150 pounds without it being that big of a deal. If I've been literally eating everything I want, you could go down a little bit. But it's like the guys that are 160 and they want to go 38 or even a 45 in high school, that's probably too much. So there's I wouldn't say there's like a real hard and fast like body fat percentage. Maybe there is one. But everyone kind of like I don't know. And I didn't take it to mean they shouldn't lose any weight, but I do think there were kids, and it was an example I used of a kid who was just voluntarily entering into a very, very difficult weight cut. A very, very difficult weight cut.
I can't remember.
It was no one of
Oh, no, I knew.
It's just a kid, a high school kid. And just like signing himself up for a brutal weight cut instead of getting stronger. No effort in strength, in gaining strength, all around just just getting smaller. So
that might be a good way to even look at it, is like how much time are you spending cutting weight as to strength training, getting better technically. Like that shouldn't be a large part of that time. You should be spending time getting better. So
yes. Because if you're cutting weight for every weigh-in, you're gonna miss a lot of time. Even if it's only 2 practices per weigh-in, that's 40-ish practices that you're not getting better. You're focused on weight cutting. So I think number one, be at a lean weight class, and then number two, especially by the time these are bigger high school guys, they can kind of sweat a lot. Like, they can get a nice workout, one workout in and lose, 3 pounds or 4 pounds or something like that, right? So versus not eating all day, right? Like, you eat normal, get a 45-minute workout in, a nice hard drill or something, and boom, you make weight.
Yeah. I remember when I was 215, I was about a half a pound over one morning, and my friend, who's the 130-pounder, was about half a pound. And I put on my North Face jacket. I walked up and down the stairs like 3 or 4 times, and I was good. I was ready to go.
Fuck, you grinded.
He was out there running around, taking hours to lose half a pound. Me, walk up and down the stairs a couple times. I sneeze, I'm good to go.
Let's cut this weight. That's funny. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm curious. So, Brian Payne wanted to know if Pennsylvania's performance is the most impressive showing for a state ever. Super 32. 7 champs is pretty incredible. I agree.
Crazy.
That's a lot. And
I'm not a Super 32
Is Jax Forrest getting counted in that 7?
Yeah.
He's
what?
Not originally from there.
I mean, well.
I'm just saying.
Are we tracing back lineage again?
Well, I guess I'm doing a little bit of lineage.
Get a lot of move-ins because they get the Wyoming Sem kids who are not originally from Pennsylvania. They get now they get move-ins there. So listen, I agree with them. That's a North Carolina kid right there.
Well, hold on.
He agrees with me.
This guy has done his entire high school career in Pennsylvania.
Good point.
Okay, he's only a sophomore.
Including middle school. Including middle school. I'm pretty sure he was there in like 8th grade.
He's been there for like 2 years.
No, I don't think so.
2.5?
I think it's
How
longer
long?
than
3 tops?
What is this, a bid?
Now I gotta get
2 years, 2.5, 3.
What are we talking about?
He's Pennsylvania. He's got
Wait,
Pennsylvania coaches.
Is Bachman PA? Bachman was a Jersey kid. And he's from Puerto Rico.
Did I?
He's from 3 places.
Bachman was a Jersey kid, though. For real.
He's got 3 lineages.
He's a classic Puerto Rican from Pennsylvania
and Jersey
who lives in New Jersey.
No, I mean Pennsylvania is obviously they're always really, really good, one of the best states. But then yes, when they get the move-ins, that probably it widens the gap there from everybody else.
Well, people are moving there for a reason as well. You know, it's because they have some of the best training there can be at the high school level. So I think it's a bit of a give and take here.
Well, you know, like when you count like Sealy's a North Carolina kid, or a Luke Liddell, that was a Missouri kid, and now they're being counted under the Pennsylvania banner. It does really widen the gap from the rest of the states.
True. Did you say it was Demetrius Johnson that choked you out?
No, Dimitri.
Not
the lightweight, not the what's it, flyweight.
Not the man you were trading for.
Not Mighty Mouse.
Not the man you were trading for.
Mouse.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
You guys should fight.
Insulted me.
You should fight him.
He's quick, very fast.
He is so fast.
Very fast. One of my favorites to play the UFC game with, because I just 1-2, and they can't stop it.
Really?
Yeah.
They can't stop it?
No, the 1-2 is too fast.
Crazy. Okay. There's another question. There was a brief conversation a couple weeks ago about D1 wrestling coaching holding all the power and decision making about rules, schedule, etc. Why is that the case? Seems like many of those individuals have little to gain from changing the status quo, e.g. dual tournament. Why is it the case? Because wrestling's a really small sport in reality. It's not like college football where, Nick Saban is, even though he's maybe the greatest, football coach, maybe he's not right now, but he has been. He's not wielding that level of power that the high-level D1 coaches are. That's a big part of it. There's not a lot of outside factors that have influence in the sport. So the coaches, for I think most small sports, hold all the cards, and it's definitely true in wrestling.
Agreed.
Okay. We said we would circle back to this one, and I still don't know my answer. But
you need to do more research.
I want Ollie's answer on the best wrestlers.
Well, I know what his answer is going to be. His answer is going to be
Dylan Palacio.
Dylan Palacio and Ja'Cory Teamer. Easy. And also PJ Gillespie.
So never, just so you know, means they never will.
No. We said no. Right now. Right now. Stop. Don't do that. Don't you do that to me. Don't you do that.
You did it to yourself.
No.
I know what never means.
Yes, and right now has the people I said ever made one.
When I say
it doesn't say never will. Don't try
to say that.
Trap me with your lawyer words.
Okay, fine. All right, Ja'Cory, Dylan Palacio. Listen.
No, I don't like Dylan Palacio. He's a bum. He wouldn't wrestle me for a Bitcoin.
Yeah, he kind of did do that.
Dude, he got scared. I walked up on him, Ollie, and I said, "Listen, I'll donate it to charity." He said, "Nah, it's too much. I thought
you didn't read the fine print. Read the fine print.
I wouldn't have any
fine
problem.
Print. I won't wrestle good people. I'll only wrestle people who don't know how to wrestle.
Yeah.
Well, also, here's the thing. I don't blame him for not wrestling against Ben. I do seem to recall him calling out Ben.
Yeah.
Probably thinking.
He did?
I thought he did. I thought he was like talking trash.
Maybe he did.
Well, he was kind of talking trash about how you were shaped more than anything else, but that's different.
I still take him down easy money.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see if I can find it. I thought he maybe did, but
yeah.
I'll take
I said I've donated. Listen, he claims to have a lot of Bitcoin.
You know what? I'm going to set this up.
If you really got a lot of Bitcoin, then
I'm going to take this upon myself, and we'll set this up. All right?
He ain't going to do it.
Yes, and this is what we're going to do.
What charity should I donate it to, Ollie?
I got a good idea. Ollie Foundation.
It is a good foundation.
They're doing great work all over the country.
That's funny. That is funny.
We'll set up an escrow.
But he for real got scared. He's like, no, but you know, like
he definitely got scared.
You know, and I'm like, man, how about I'll give it to charity? Nah, that's a lot of money.
You know what? I'm gonna path to redemption. I'm gonna make this happen. You're
gonna set it up, and he's gonna donate Bitcoin to charity.
I may fix it. So he wins somehow. Maybe I put some oil slick on your shoes or something. Maybe we get him oiled up so you can't get a hold of him. We're definitely going to cheat, but I'll set it up.
It is only one takedown, so there is a small chance. I mean, if it was a wrestling match, there's damn near a 0% chance he's winning.
We don't know if there's weapons allowed.
Maybe he gets sneaky. He's got some sneaky moves.
He's got sneaky moves, and you're old.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah, have you seen the recent pictures of Ben Askren?
Not looking good.
What are you talking about? He's shredded.
I'm working out hard, Ollie.
Let me see. Pop the top.
I haven't eaten dessert in 8 months, Ollie.
That's crazy. I ate 3 desserts yesterday. Wait, let me see. Let me see. Pop your top.
Take your shirt off.
Take your shirt off.
Oh my gosh, he's really good.
Yeah, take your shirt off, bro.
My friend just gave me this Thoroughbred Wrestling.
Wow. All right, we'll pull out. Oh, dang, Ben, you looking good, bro. Oh, snap.
Ollie,
why are you looking the best you've ever looked in your career now? You're just a podcaster.
I can't get my shirt back on. My Thoroughbred Wrestling hoodie.
Don't put the arm through the head sleeve. That's crazy. Wait, are you going no t-shirt under the hoodie?
He can't hear you yet.
What's up?
Are you going no t-shirt? Are you going no t-shirt under the hoodie?
Listen, I was up at 3:30 a.m. to watch Keegan O'Toole, but I watched the great hero Wyatt Hendrickson first because he was the first match on the board. So I got some comfy sweatpants and a comfy hoodie on. My buddy just sent me this. Shout out Marcus Hain. Sent me this nice comfy hoodie. I wore it this morning. You know I did. I wake up at 3:30 and then I set my alarm for the next match. So I got like a 40-minute nap, and then there was a big gap. So I got like an hour and 15 minutes. Went back to sleep. Woke up for the quarterfinal.
I will say that's a nice bod guy move, is to go no t-shirt under the sweatshirt for immediately showing off when you're popping the top. But you're looking good, Ben. Maybe me and you do a little training together.
I got to pee so bad. Can we be done? I've been holding it for like 10 minutes because I woke up
3 more minutes.
Wait. I
got to pee so bad.
No, 3 minutes.
I'll be right back.
Oh my
gosh,
no! Get back here.
Can you believe that? He's walked off. Not a professional.
Nuh-uh.
Look at this.
Look, just left it going, you know?
Let's talk about his last 3 minutes. The guy takes his shirt off and then can't control his bladder?
He's a child. He's a child. Honestly, the Ben Askren I saw post-match interview talking about Eric Ludke running the whole match, you know? He just ran. He just ran from a little pee-pee break.
I can't believe that just happened.
He's better than that. Maybe not. Maybe he's not.
I don't know if he'll come back.
He probably won't.
You know he's not going to wash his hands. Don't bring it up. I don't want it. I don't want him to talk about it.
I don't shake Ben's hand
He'll say something gross.
Yeah. Or ask about somebody's lineage.
Yeah. Gosh. 23andMe, Ben Askren.
Yeah.
Okay. Ollie, anything else before we go? I really didn't have anything else, but I wasn't going to let him.
I didn't want to let him go.
Yeah.
No, thank you for having me on this wonderful show. It's an institution. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to our producer, Tyler. And you guys have a good week.
Okay, let's see. Let's make him come back. You kind of really, you were like, why are you in shape now, Ben? I really wanted to hear that.
No, I need answers for that. Like, why would he wait till now?
Yeah, I
mean, he had some big,
he was
big
always
fights and stuff.
He was always in shape. Ridiculous.
I was trying to channel my inner Wayne Bachman and be just so tough. I couldn't do it. I had to pee so bad.
That dude made it to 3 p.m. one day. You couldn't make it to 9:30
when
you're live on the air.
You're weak.
Bro, I couldn't hold it. I woke up early. I was watching Keegan. I was drinking too much coffee.
You pee your pants. That's what you do.
Yeah. I do it almost every show.
I haven't peed my pants in my adult life.
That's a lie.
What a flex. When's the last time? I haven't either. It's pretty low.
Some people who drink too much end up peeing themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if you know that. I
don't want to say never in my adult life.
Not name. Ollie probably peed his pants when he's been an adult.
Yeah, I don't want to say I haven't peed my pants in my adult life, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
At least 10 years.
Okay. How old are you? 32?
31. Oh, 32.
I don't know.
Come on.
Ballparking it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a young man.
Ollie's going to be back on Thursday, maybe.
I like to.
How long is JD gone for?
I don't know. He's in freaking Albania.
Man, by the time JD gets back, it's going to be freaking college wrestling season.
It will be.
It will be.
If he gets
That was a nice little teaser.
Yeah, it's coming right
exciting.
up. We're almost there.
Around the corner.
All right. Actually didn't have anything else. I just didn't want to let Ben off the hook.
Yeah, and we kind of
had to pee so bad. I was holding it. I'm like, I'm going to be tough like Wade Boffman. And then I just couldn't. And it's like, it's just not worth it. I just got to go pee.
There's probably pee on your hands now, too.
Oh, gosh. All right, we're going.
I don't pee on my... Actually, you know what? I since we're so off the rails, Christian, I got this thing. Like, people are like, hey, after you take a pee, you should wash your hands. Listen,
what did I tell you?
I don't pee on my hands. I don't pee on my hands. And number two, my hands are significantly dirtier than my wiener. And so if anything, I should probably wash
them
that.
Before.
I literally said,
I washed it before.
I'm like shaking hands, touching things. That's in my pants. It doesn't touch nothing.
Nothing?
Well,
oh, wow.
When Amy's home.
What did I say? When you were gone.
Yeah, he called
When you were gone.
Yeah.
You know what I said? I said, when you're going, I said, he's not going to wash his hands. I said, but don't bring it up because he's going to say something.
Bring it up.
He's going to say something gross.
I had to.
And look where we got to.
I had to, and it paid off.
I'm married, Christian. It's a perfectly natural thing between us.
It sounded like you maybe was touch and go there. All right, we're going.
All right.
Goodbye. I'm walking off.